So guys, we're gonna try to do something really quick, kind of cool, but people have been asking about my settings on the Action 4, and so I'm kind of just gonna read them off to you and see if you guys can see them. I'll see if I can try to show them in the best way possible, but I usually roll in 4K 60 with the RockSteady on. I don't do RockSteady Plus because I feel like it looks a little too like robotic. It looks a little weird. I have considered taking the RockSteady off to get a more, I guess, an authentic like kind of feel but to me it's kind of annoying when I see people's helmets like moving all around and it's like shaking the video, so I tend to keep it on RockSteady. Let's see if we can go to these settings. Okay, so it doesn't show the settings back here, so I will explain them first and then I will show you. I shoot on the Pro. I have my exposure set to auto, my white balance is auto. I shoot in log M, and my field of view is ultra wide. Again, other enhancements that I have on here is just for the microphone, but the image adjustment is set on default, and I'll let you see that right now. So let you see that right now, and then I will scroll down so you can kind of see that, but nothing fancy at all, nothing fancy at all. Now I do have, you can set like different settings for like different, like you can save your settings under like C1, C2, C3, for example. As you can see, this one I believe is on, I believe I have this one on C1. I did have like different, I did have different settings on these, but I kind of found the sweet spot, honestly. And to me, the sweet spot is just recording in 4K 60, and I love the look that it gives you. With the RockSteady, to me, it kind of gives you more of like a cinematic kind of feel. And if you really want that cinematic feel, you can bust it down in post to like 24 frames a second, kind of give you that more blurry-ish kind of movement that you may see when you're going fast. But yeah, to me, you know, you have more options when you're doing 4K 60. Now it does use up a lot more gigs or data when you're recording at that height, but to me it's worth it because, like I said, it gives you the option to, when you're in post editing, it gives you an option to like bust it down to like 24 frames a second, and you can even crop it down to like 1080 if you want to. And to me, I kind of like that as well because you're squeezing all that 4K footage down back into a 1080p square, which means the 1080p just looks even better, looks even creamier to me. But a lot of people want the 4K, so you have options. But honestly, you can't really, it's hard to beat the Action 4, man. I'm still rocking it. I was tempted to go with the Action 5. I do have, what else makes the difference, honestly, is these. That makes the difference. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? You know what I mean? You should know what these are. You should know what these are. But that you're gonna adjust if how bright or not bright it is outside. Lately, when I've been going out like towards the evening, like right now, the sun is going down perfectly. It's almost 8 o'clock. I don't necessarily use I don't know, forgot what they call these damn things. But I don't use any tinted lenses on here when it's starting to get dark because it makes everything super dark. I only use them if I'm going out in the day and it's super bright outside. You definitely want to get some stops on that light so your image doesn't look blown out. Usually I'm out with like a 16, but lately, since it's been summer started, I usually will just go straight to the 32 on a super bright day. And that way, when you're in post and you're editing, literally, you can recover like basically all your footage when you're messing with like exposure and all that good stuff. I like to edit, so that's why I shoot in log. You don't have to shoot in log. Honestly, I don't think I've ever shot in like the regular color profiles ever on any of these cameras. I always shoot in log because I just like to edit and mess with the color science a little bit. So give it a little bit more pizzazz than everybody else. So I think that's kind of the reason why a lot of people are always asking like, damn, what kind of settings are you using? 1 second. Hey man, it's time to come home. Okay. All right, make sure you get the Nintendo. You got like 5-10 minutes, man. Yeah, make sure you bring the Nintendo and your tablet. Don't forget them.
Can I stay here for 5 more minutes because we're gonna play.
Yeah, I said 5 to 10 minutes. Bye. Yes. So I think that's kind of why, honestly, people are asking, because the video does look amazing. But a lot of that, I won't say a lot of it, but I do put my own little personal touch on it in post editing. So if you kind of want to see my process of how I edit the DJI action footage, I will definitely and gladly make a video of that, so you can kind of see what I do to make that happen. All right, that should be it. Catch you in the next one. Peace.